All right, so I hope you all know that I love you guys. I love the viewers of my channel, subscribers, people who just happen to drop in. Of course, if you happen to drop in, please hit the subscribe button so you elevate your standards from a viewer to a subscriber. That said, though, the poll was loud and clear recently that I ran on which half-ton truck would you guys like me to evaluate to do long-term reviews on, to basically torture test and just showcase on the channel. And at first, it was leaning heavily towards Ford, but then I had to kind of clarify things that I don't really want to get a Ford right now. I'm going to be getting an F450 regardless, but as far as a half-ton truck, I'd like to diversify a little bit. And I know that the Ford F-150 kind of reigned in as the champion of almost all the polls until one recently where I clarified the poll and said, if I'm comparing the all-new 3-liter diesel 6-cylinder engine that GMC and Chevy now offer in the 2023 model, which replaced actually a very reliable 3-liter diesel engine in the 22 model, is that what you would prefer for me to review? So I find myself here at a GMC dealership looking at some trucks, and let me talk to you about a challenge I'm dealing with. Hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so there are some really cool trucks here. X31 off-road. There's an AT4 over here. There's some standard models all throughout. I mean, there's just about everything. There's several Denali's, but the problem is none of them have the engine that I'm looking for. None of them have the 3-liter diesel. I found a dealership who has one, but I'm trying to work with them too to see if that's a truck I should get. Everything has the 5.3-liter V8 in it. And it's been a bit of a challenge to hunt down the right truck in the right trim, because now I'm not just limiting myself to a certain engine, I'm limiting myself to the inventory that the dealerships have in stock with that engine. So almost everything available is either a Denali package or an AT4 package, which is fine. But if I could find one in a slightly lower package, an SLE, SLT, that type of package, I'd really prefer to do that, because I think that's more of a common everyday package that people buy. So right now they have one truck here. It's an AT4. It's got the 3-liter diesel. It's a 2023 model. It's the new diesel, and there's a deal on it. So I'm waiting like an hour to see if that deal falls through, because if it falls through, the next dealership I can look for is about an hour away, and they apparently have a couple of them there as well. But the minute I told them I need the 3-liter diesel, it instantly just dropped the numbers down to like 2 trucks available. One being a Denali, one being an AT4. Both trucks being over $70,000. So if you want to compare that to the world we lived in before, my white F450 Platinum that I had was $72,000 when I got that truck back in 2016 as a brand new truck. And when I saw the sticker of $72,000 for a truck, I about passed out until I realized how much trade-in value I had on my F250 Lariat that I traded in for it. So yeah, it's pretty insane what these truck numbers have gone up to. Now here's the crazy thing. The Denali or AT4 with those packages actually costs less than many of the Lariat model F-150s that I've looked at. So talk about Ford pricing kind of being a bit higher than the competition. To go to a Platinum, I'm gonna have to spend like 90 grand on a pickup truck to compete against a Denali, which is gonna be like 20 grand less, actually more like 17 grand less. And if you go to Ram, you're still actually up in the mid-80s. So GM products seem to be the most affordable on the market right now. I really can't find anything that directly competes except for Toyota. Toyota trucks you can get in super high trim packages of 1794, fully decked out 4-wheel drive, and still stay in the 60s. But the minute you start talking about General Motors, Ram, or Ford, you are way, way, way up there in the 70s, 80s, and 90s even for a half-ton truck. Talk about crazy, crazy pricing. But if I can get the truck I'm looking for, I'm doing it for you all, you know, we're gonna try to make this deal happen. And hopefully I'll have a 3-liter new generation 2023 model GMC truck pretty soon. Now a lot of folks are going to say, well, why don't you just go next door to the Chevrolet dealership? Well, because I think a lot of folks have been doing Chevy content. Chevys are pretty common. I know the trucks are pretty much the same, and if for some reason there's just absolutely no way for me to get the truck I'm looking for from GMC, then I might consider a Chevy. I do prefer the look of the GMC way over the look of the Chevy. I know the side and the back are pretty much the same, but I know that the front end is definitely different enough that if I can get the GMC and the package that I'm looking for with the 3-liter Duramax 2023 model, 4-wheel drive, all that jazz, then we'll probably opt for that. My only real issue against getting an AT4 is that it's not going to have running boards. And I know a lot of folks commented on a video I did on the Ram where running boards aren't needed. A lot of people want to take them off or don't like them. I have a wife who's relatively short, and I have a small daughter who I have to lift into the truck if there are no running boards. So for us, it's very practical for us to have running boards, and I have not found an AT4 that comes standard with running boards. I'd probably have to get them installed at the dealership. But that said, you know, that's not a big problem because I could always get them installed through my my channel sponsor, etrailer.com. So that's always an option. But all these GMC trucks look absolutely amazing. I really think they've definitely surpassed anyone's expectations in terms of what a half-ton pickup truck should look like, especially when you look at a Denali. They just look a step above even these trucks, which is really awesome. And I think that's the whole point of it. But we're going to see what we can do here. If I can't find a GMC, if I can't find specifically what we're looking for, we may opt to get a Chevy, if they even have one of those in stock. It's hard to find the truck you're looking for, and if you do find the one you're looking for, it's probably not in stock, so that's the problem. Okay, so I am at the back of the GMC dealership here, right next to the Chevy dealership, because they put them directly beside each other, and I have found the truck that apparently has been spoken for, but there's a chance that it's still available. And this is it right here. Super dusty, 2023 Duramax turbo diesel AT4, 4-wheel drive of course, Sierra 1500 pickup truck. It's pretty much loaded to the gills aside from having a sunroof, which of course I'm not a big fan of. It's got radar cruise control, the lane keeping, parking sensors, 360-degree camera. I mean, this thing is pretty much loaded up, and it's got the towing package as well. So yeah, this truck, again, it's spoken for. I'm supposed to know in the next hour or so if I can get this truck. Coming around back, multi-pro tailgate, chrome exhaust tips, has bed lighting, has a power outlet on the back. Again, this is the AT4 model. Towing numbers on this truck are, it's got 8,900 pounds worth of conventional tow rating, max tongue weight 890 pounds, max tongue weight with a gooseneck 1,035, gooseneck trailer 6,900 pounds. So yeah, don't tow a gooseneck behind this thing. But that is this truck, and it has a maximum payload capacity of 1,530 pounds, which is not bad for an off-road inspired truck. So to get an AT4 with that package really isn't that bad. You can see it has the huge screen, like a 14.5-inch diagonal display up here, trailer brake controller, super important. Power seats, super important. No running boards. That is something I would have to fix very quickly. Storage back here, under the seat as well. It's kind of pitiful how little storage you have right here, where they could have easily made this much larger and longer, and you would have been able to carry a lot more stuff. So this is something that we would probably tear out pretty quickly and replace it with more storage if we got this specific truck. Again, no sunroof. Love the rear air conditioning vents, USB, USB-C. This is pretty cool. And looking at the sticker, $70,695 for this truck. So yeah, this is actually a lower cost truck than some of them that are available, and it's about the same price as the Denali, similarly equipped. You pick either the AT4 or the Denali lineup as their two premium offerings. The AT4X, of course, being kind of their super off-road version, which this is not, which is fine. The AT4X does not come with a 3-liter diesel either, so that's one of the limitations you're going to have. And this is the truck I want to essentially review. Of course, putting running boards on the side would be a major must-have for my wife and daughter, but this is the truck. Anyways, guys, hopefully we either get this truck or a competing truck at another dealership. Something happens, because this is exhausting, running around trying to find a right truck for you. and hoping that they have the one you're looking for in stock. Anyways, guys, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully we'll have a new truck to show you on the channel for a long-term evaluation. We are not getting rid of the F450, well, at least until the new F450 comes in, so we'll have both trucks, and I'll be able to do some pretty interesting towing comparisons, things like that with this truck, if this one or any similarly equipped truck is available for us to buy. Anyways, we'll talk to you again very soon.